Hi, I'm Mexican Comedy and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi and welcome. First thing of everything, I'm very sorry for the fact that I kind of didn't upload for an entire month and a half. I had kind of some mental health issues that I would rather not get into, and it kind of demotivated me quite a lot actually. I quit most of my hobbies for that time. And also another thing, my little brother got a desk for Christmas, meaning that he spends way more time in our room than he used to before, so I don't have that much time to film my videos in silence. So if you hear random clicking throughout the video, that's just him playing on the computer in the corner of my room. But that's the intro over. What we're gonna be doing today is I've decided to get into the Valentine's spirit by crocheting, because I've made several origami platonic valentines for my friends, and I was like, okay, but I want to keep that going because when I look outside, it literally looks like a scene from Silent Hill. It's really foggy, it looks like somebody turned your Minecraft render distance all the way down, and it's wet and cold, and I don't like it. Since Christmas is already over, I don't know how to bring that coziness back. So I'm gonna try to bring it back through some funky Valentine's Day crafts. To explain my issue that I have with making Valentine's Day things, I'm an alternative person who wears 99% of the time black, or generally dark colors. If you look into my wardrobe, I have two things that are pink. One of them is a neck warmer and the other one is a shirt that I thrifted 3 years ago that I wore like twice. So you can imagine that I don't have many pink things, including yarn and other things that are crochet related. So I've dug through my little stash and I haven't found many things. So what has already been in my stash for a while is this red that I bought in the Vlogmas videos. If you know, you know. This pink that is actually left over from my Snow Miku cosplay, and this white that was also from the Vlogmas videos. And then, thankfully to my sister, she bought me yarn for Christmas. And it's like chenille yarn, I think that's what it's called. It's this really thick yarn, and I picked these three colors because I feel like they look really great. And I'm gonna try to make like a tote bag
with the white, and then I've seen people make like tote bags just a plain color and then cross stitch over the stitches with colors and just doing like cross stitch on top of it
with more yarn. And I just think that could be really cool instead of doing like a tapestry, because I'm gonna be honest with you, tapestries are beautiful but they scare the fuck out of me. So now I'm going to think about what I'm going to make, and then I'm gonna come back with a list. Okay, list made. I want to try to make a little like pink jester hat. I've seen these all over the internet and I found this really cute pattern on Etsy. I'm not gonna follow it exactly because you know that I don't really like following patterns exactly to a T. So I'm kind of going to be like following the pattern and also freehanding shit I don't know. Then with these, as I said, I'm gonna try to make a tote bag because I have a tote bag that I won in a competition like a year ago, and I don't like the way it looks, so I'm gonna try to use that as the lining or something. And then I've also wanted to make a garland that I can put on top of that as well. And I want to make like a bow garland, you know, just like simple chain bows. It's not gonna be anything special, but it's going to take quite a lot of time. So the first thing that I'm gonna get to is the bag, and yeah, enjoy the video. Beautiful, good morning. I spent like 4 hours last night making the first two panels. One of them is white and the other one is pink because I did not have enough white yarn and I wanted to keep some for the other crafts. So only one of the sides is white, and basically all this is just rectangles of single crochets until they're the size to cover up the tote bag. And now before I actually do any sewing, I'm gonna do the cross stitch thing, which I'm honestly not even sure how to do. So I'm gonna look up some cross stitching tutorials and I'm just gonna run through it. I'm hoping to do some like heart designs or something, I'm not sure yet. But for those who are interested, this will probably be up on my Vinted. I'm gonna be linking that in the pinned comment. So if you want to get yourself whatever this comes out to be, then check that out. I'm gonna go find tutorials and I'll see you later. Now, I gotta admit that the cross-stitching was like really hard. I did a lot of math, as you can see. I did a lot of marking and it still ended up off-center somehow, but the process itself wasn't that hard actually. It's pretty easy if you know how to follow a chart. But as I said, getting it centered is kind of weird, especially if your design is not just one heart. I had two, and getting those centered was just kind of hard. Okay, well that took 2 days, but I finished the design. It is not centered, even though I tried really hard. I did math and I still failed. I originally wanted to do this design also on the pink, just this heart would be white, but I'm sorry, I do not have the patience for this because this took me so long and it took all of my sanity. So all I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna sew these probably right sides together, and then I'm gonna flip it inside out. I'm gonna make a border on the top, and then I'm gonna make the straps and sew in the tote bag. So let's just finish this up really quick and then we'll get onto the jester hat, which actually, fun fact, by the time I'm filming this is already finished. So you'll get to see that later. Now, I didn't film much of the completing of the bag because it's pretty repetitive. You just sew the panels together and then I added a row on top and I made the straps, and then when it came to the hand sewing I used an actual needle and thread that you would use for clothes. And here you have Nore as my assistant as always, and then the bag was basically finished, which I'm gonna show you in one of the next few clips. Hi! So I finished the bag today while I was at school. I'm sorry for not filming much of that process, but it was just really repetitive and I didn't feel like it was worth filming that much of just sewing. Basically, I sewed it onto the inside. This is what it looks like, and the straps are just sewn into the inside of the crochet ones. And yeah, it's like really fucking sturdy, like it's not stretching, moving, anything. So I'm sure that somebody's gonna find this nice to own. I'm also gonna add bows to like the straps and a few little details, but this is the bag done. So now I'm gonna show you the jester hat. Now, obviously, I can't show you much of the process of the jester hat because, again, it's a paid pattern and I'm honestly not sure if I can even post these, so this might get completely cut out of the video. But it's a very simple and easy to read pattern. I had a lot of fun making it and it only took like a day, so I really enjoy these one-day projects because I don't like stretching them out. And the general result also came out really cute, and I'm thinking of actually wearing it outside because it's fun and whimsy and cute. Okay, the jester hat's finished. It's a little small, but I blocked it. It looks really cute and it's pink and I actually like it, surprisingly enough. I like the way it looks on. It jingles a little. I'm thinking of adding like actual jingle bells off camera, but I'm definitely keeping this one. But yeah, we have the jester hat. We have the bag with the bows on it. It's probably the best bag I've ever made. It took like 4 days to finish. And those two things are the only things that I have time for today, so I'm unfortunately gonna have to end this video right here. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you'd like, leave me a like, a comment, a subscribe if you want to. We're still growing. I'm very happy for that. Thank you for your patience with me. I've been having mental health issues, as I've mentioned before, and I kind of abandoned YouTube, so I'm sorry, but I will be slowly coming back, at least I hope. Let me know your thoughts on this video because it's a little bit shorter than my usual ones and they're a little faster and less explaining. So let me know what you think of that, and I'm now finally gonna go rest. Bye.